So, Servus, my name is Nariko, and I will try to show my trading method, which I'm using for the last 2 years. My main language isn't English, so please bear with you. So, my trading language, not trading language, my trading method is this. I'm using this for every stock, and the thing is, um, it's always like this. Sometimes you have higher highs, lower lows, but all in all, it's always the same. And I will not show any indicators, volume, or even will talk about news or fundamentals, because in my opinion, the news are always the explanation for the move and not the other way around. So let's begin with fuel cell. For the beginning, we're looking at the weekly. Just for the overview. So we have here our absolutely all-time high. Here would be your lower high, here would be your M, and around here would be your T. I will explain that right now, what that means. So you always have your C is your top. Your M is your midpoint. Your T is the point of the last point to sell before you get your ultimate low. After that, you get your V, or even saying your V under A. I will explain that also later. You don't see the V here, the V under A here, because you don't see the A. You can say this is your invisible tracking. I know that this company is founded in 1993, but most of the times, sometimes this talks about. I mean, this company was founded here, so yeah, but still. So for the next thing, after your B, you have your higher low, then you have your A, your B, and your C. So your top again. After the C, you have your M again, which normally perfectly you can align a trend line with to your endpoint, where you can say, okay, you drop, you bounce, you bounce, you bounce, you fall under it, you reject, and you reject one last time before you fall. Then you fall, then you have your T again, your last point before you get your new low. So, I mean, okay, everyone can look in the past and say, yeah, of course I should have sold here. Because, I mean, what the fuck? Who wouldn't sell here? So, what is for the future? For the future, for this stock, is we already did our V, and we already did our V under A. That means the V under the low of the last A. We already did our higher low. And our next target, let's look that on the daily. Our next target is A. And A is normally around the T point. So my price target for the next thing would be around $14. I mean, we could also go, let's say, $15, $16. After that, we get a little pull normally. I mean, I will show also charts where you can say it just going to C, A, B, C in 3 candles. But for normal movements, you go up, you pull back. And because if you look, this is a nice trend line with a lot of touch points. So we already broke out of it. That's a nice confirmation. For the pullback of A, I would think you're gonna retest this. You don't have to do that completely. I mean, you could also say you go up and nearly hit it, but a little pullback should come. The next thing after that is the run to B. And B is normally in the range where M was. So yeah, let's say something 118 to 165. For the pullback of B, you always take the low of A, take a fib, and it matters how you have your fib settings on. So the 50 or the 0.5 fib retracement. So you would go up, hit your B peak, pull back to your 0.5, and then you go to your C. For the C, you have two ways. The first way is you breaking your last peak and you go, or you reject under or at your last peak, and then you start again with lower high, midpoint, last time to sell, V, blah 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 blah. I will explain later what it means if you're not going over the last peak. So the next stock, Bed Bath & Beyond, because many people are talking about it right now. For this stock, you see the price movement even more perfect. You have your V, you have your high low, A, B, C, lower high, midpoint. Here again, you're coming off your lower high, bounce, fall under it, reject, break it, fall under it again, last time reject, down. Here is your last time to sell, and here is your V. So I will show the bullish and the bearish version of this. For the bullish version for this would mean we did our V on the A. Here's your low of A. And we did even do a higher low of your last all-time low. You already reached your A peak. You could also say you already had your A pullback. So your next target would be $36. Then pull back to the 0.5 again, and then you go to C, break it or not break it. For the bearish version, that would mean we didn't do our T yet. That would mean this is our T right now. And this would mean we still go lower, still make a new all-time low, higher low, and then the price points would be the same, A, B, C. And that would be the same like we did in 2020, because you had here your C, this was your M, no, this was your M, this was your lower high, and this was your T. And if you compare these two, you're coming from your M, you're coming from your M, you go up, and then you have not a double top, but you have here the right side is higher with a midpoint, so a W, you can say. The same thing you did here. Lower high, W, higher high, knife. And the interesting thing is, everyone is, or not everyone, but a lot of people are hyping right now, because Bed Bath & Beyond is also selling warrants, like GME, this Friday, I think. And yeah, the thing is, I know everyone is saying it's not dilution, but it's still shares behind the warrants. It still is. So it would be the perfect news to explain on Friday or next week this fucking sell-off. It's the perfect news. But I mean, the thing is, okay, how do we know it? I mean, if we knife, we know it. If we go, in my opinion, anything over 16, yeah, anything over $16, forget the bearish one. Then it's this, A finished, B pullback, C. Perfect. if we go under $10 and for 100% confirmation under $8, I am the opinion we need a new low. I'm 50-50 on this. I have no position right now. It looks good right now, but it could look very bad. Just saying. The next thing is grab. Same play again. You have a top, low, high. You don't really see the endpoint here. And the next problem is you can't compare it to a B because there is nothing. Your T is clear. You have here your all-time low. You have here your higher low. We already reached the A peak. Now the only question is A pullback already finished or not? If we are going over this peak, so let's say if we go over 669, yeah, then I'm confident that the pullback of A is finished. After that, you go to your B peak, which I have a price target of $10, but I can't really say that's 100% or 90%, because I can't tell where really M is. If you get slower up here and doing a lower high-ish, that was your B peak, and then you can take the fib retracement again from A low to whatever B peak is. So in this case, we would pull back to $8-ish. And then you go to your C. Next one, blink. Yeah, we look at the weekly again. So yeah, if you see some in here is your M. Your T is here. No, yes. You have your V. Somewhere in here is your A. It's just 2 candles, so you can't tell that really. You have here your fixed B, and of course here your fixed C. So let's go on the daily again. C, lower high, midpoint, perfect here. You have here your T, your last time to sell. So for future price action, we already did our V&A. We already did our high low. We already broke out of the trend. So our next price target is 370 for A. Then a pullback. The question is, I would say my pullback target would be around 224, because this would be very low. Could happen, but would be very low for me. So my pullback target for A would be 220. Next, after the pullback of A would be $26 for M and B. And then is the question, break it or break it not. For what happens if you're not breaking the last top? If you're rejecting here and making a lower high, because we already did that here, we go down, making a new low, then up again, making again a lower high, and this stock, I don't know, will be bought by another company or just delist. Because that's bearish. If you're making lower peaks of the lower peaks, that's bearish. If you break that, perfect. The next V under A after making a new C should be a higher low. But I mean, who cares? I mean, the first thing we want to see is going up. The next one is my little squeeze play. To show that why I'm looking at this is this company. I mean, it's a medical bullshit company. I think they are searching for Alzheimer drug or something, but who cares? Most of the time, you knife down with a gap, you're doing bullshit, and then you 1 candle gap fill. Knife down, doing bullshit, 1, 2 candles, yearly gap fair. Your knife down, doing bullshit, 1 candle gap fair. So what did we do in the last months here? In my opinion, this is already finished. This is one fractal. This is finished. You have your V, high, low, A, B, C, L, M, T, last time to say knife. And this is a gap. So without extending hours on, this is a gap. So we are, in my opinion, in the range where we just say someday we just boom, gap fill from $375-ish to $25, and that's it. And to say, I mean, there are options on this stock too, and they are still for, I don't know what, January to June, you can get them for 8 to 5 cents. I looked at options calculator. If we're doing this gap fill, these contracts will be $15 a contract at least. No financial advice, but even with shares, I mean, that would be a massive jump. For the alternative, you could say it would be the same as here, because there's a possibility we reached our little A top. What I mean with little is, if you zoom in, you could easily say this is your V, this is your higher low, this is your A, this is your B, and this is your C. So for the little tracking, you would say you get a pullback to V under A. Doesn't have to happen, but can happen. And it would be the same thing like we did here. We go up, pull back, doing just stupid nothing, and then 1 candle. That's why January contracts are already, no financial advice, of course, January contracts are already close, in my opinion. Marches and Junes would be safer. Yeah. Oh, the next thing, GNS. With all the tinfoil that they bought Bitcoin and stupid CEO who is fighting against short sellers. But this stock looks perfect. You have your top, low, high, midpoint, last time to sell, V, high, low. We already did A, and it looks fantastic that the A pullback is already finished. Especially if you zoom in, you already have your small C, M, T, V, higher, low. This would be already your A, B, C. So in my opinion, this stock is ready. For the alt, my price target would be around 50 cents for a last pullback. If you drop under 30 cents, there's something is wrong with this thing. But for right now, yeah, I'm bullish on this thing. A is already finished. My price level for B is $80, which is stupid, I know, but yeah, I mean, we will see. And then, of course, if we break it all-time high or not, with this move, who cares? Who cares? Next is OCGN. Same thing again, all-time high, midpoint, last point to sell, V, high, low, APC. Already lower high. I will explain that's for the bearish variant. Did our V, is V under A, because somewhere in here is your A. Already did your higher low, already broke the trend, and now on the way to A. So for the bullish tracking, I mean, it's both bullish, but for the really bullish tracking, your A is around $17. Your B is around 152, and then, yeah. For the bearish tracking, this would mean you have your V, higher, low. Your A would be around here, your B around here, and your C won't break $16, and you would do another lower peak and go down and new lows and so on. So if you're taking a position, no financial advice again, I would take profit here just in case. I mean, and that's the shitty part, you should get a pullback here because it's A. The thing is, if this pullback is dropping and not bouncing, that would be bad. C3, no. No, I lost my C3i. So, here's my C3i. Again, C, lower high, MT, V. The funny point about this is, this stock is, you had here your A, this was your A, this was your B, and this was your C. And the C is, I think, $1. Yeah, it's $1 higher than the B. It was just bullshit. For the future tracking, lower, it looks finished. L, M, T, V and A, perfect. So the next target would be $30 for A, little pullback, $36 for B, pullback, C. The bearish tracking, because I also had bearish tracking on this, that would mean this is your T and you still need a lower low. Something like that. Because that would be the same like this point here. The only thing is, I had this till last week, I think, because my level to say this bearish tracking is wrong was with this trend line here, with 18. I don't think that we need a new low. Could still be wrong, but to play that safe, if we gap fill this, where's the gap? Yeah, if we gap fill this and not going down, for me the bearish, I mean for me honestly the bearish tracking is already dead. But to have absolutely confirmation you want to be somewhere in here, then you break out, so something like that. Of course, I mean, so doesn't have to be so quick. Yeah. Make your A peak, make your retest, B pullback, blah blah blah. Looks good, looks fantastic. Next and last thing, FFAI. A thing where we can talk about realistic and unrealistic price targets. Looks perfect right now. So you have C, lower high, M, last time to sell, perfect. So normally for price targets, your A would be at 158, your B would be at 3000, and your C would be up there. Sorry. If you believe that we are doing this, you can also play Moulin. This won't happen. Just saying. I mean, it's a electric car company. Maybe if they, I don't know, inventing unlimited energy. I don't know. But no, this won't happen. So for me, for my price targets, because this was your last peak, you already did your all-time low, your V. You already finished with a higher low. And right now, for me, my next target is 450, 440 for A. Little, this would be then again, breakout, retest. B. B would be around 11, 12-ish dollars. And then you go to your C. And in my opinion, you won't break 153. You, in my opinion, you never should be 100% confident. I know, but I think, no. You will reject this, you will make a lower high here, drop, and then, I don't know, Tesla is buying this company and overtaking it, or it's get delisted. But I don't think you will get up here. Just for the when should I buy with this tactic? Because, okay, I just wait for a pullback and buy here. The thing is, FFAI is the perfect example that sometimes you make your V, you make your lower high, and then you just go. I mean, okay, you could buy here, but if you buy contracts here, most of the time you're already fucked. So you can miss this. So it's hard to tell. In my opinion, I already have a position because the contracts are fucking cheap. In my opinion, if you're at 194, not financial advice, of course, that's the point where it would be confirmation for me we are doing this. For an alternative, I know you should always have an alt, but right now I just don't have an alt for this. I just don't. Okay, so that was the first video. I will try to update this once a day. Maybe if the time is too close, at least 2 times a week. Yeah. So thank you for watching. See you next time.